Hey everyone, welcome back to Furious Cars and Bikes. Today, we've got something very special for the motorcycle lovers. We're diving into the 2026 Harley Davidson Sprint, a machine that throws us back to Harley's retro days, but with a fresh twist for modern riders. Harley has brought back the Sprint name after decades, and this time it's sharper, cleaner, and built for those who want classic styling with updated performance. Before we take this thing out on the streets and break down everything from its sound to its specs, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and stay tuned here on Furious Cars for more rides that make history roar again. The first look at the 2026 Harley Sprint will hit you right in the nostalgia. Harley didn't try to reinvent the identity here. They kept it true to the classic Sprints, slim and compact proportions. It's a retro cafe racer at heart, with modern touches that make it stand out in today's lineup. The silhouette is clean, a teardrop tank, low-slung seat, and flat, slightly aggressive handlebars from the front. You've got that classic round headlamp with LED internals, giving you the retro look with modern visibility. The indicators are small and tucked in, keeping the profile neat. The side profile shows off a simple frame design, exposed engine, and twin exhausts that sweep cleanly to the back. At the rear, there's a tidy fender with a compact taillight, keeping the classic proportions intact. Now, the Sprint isn't a big touring Harley or a heavyweight cruiser. This one's about agility and style. Under the tank sits a 500cc air and oil-cooled parallel twin engine, tuned for smooth torque delivery and responsive mid-range power. Harley's focused on keeping the Sprint approachable, with power around 48 to 50 horsepower and torque in the mid-40 Nm range. That's plenty for zipping through city streets or hitting winding roads. The engine pairs with a slick 6-speed transmission. The gear ratios are tuned so you can cruise at lower RPM without the engine feeling strained, but it'll still pull nicely if you want to open it up. Harley wanted this bike to be fun without being intimidating, and from my ride experience, it hits that sweet spot perfectly. The exhaust note is pure Harley charm. It's not as deep and booming as the big Vitwins, but it's got a crisp, raspy bark that feels just right for a cafe racer-style machine. And this is real sound. No fake audio trickery. On the road, the Sprint feels light and nimble. The curb weight sits around 180 to 190 kilograms, which is a big deal for a Harley. It's manageable and confidence-inspiring. The frame is steel, with modern geometry that helps it lean into corners effortlessly. Suspension comes from conventional telescopic forks up front and twin rear shocks that have been tuned for a balance of comfort and control. Braking is straightforward, but solid. A single disc up front with a dual piston caliper and a rear disc. Handled the stopping power, ABS is standard, as you'd expect for 2026. The Sprint isn't meant to be a track machine, but it brakes confidently in all conditions. The riding position is comfortable for its style. You've got slightly rear-set pegs, low bars, and a seat height around 31 inches, making it accessible for most riders. It feels sporty without forcing you into an uncomfortable crouch. The seat is slim but padded enough for daily rides, and while it's mainly a single-seater, there's room for a passenger on short trips. Instrumentation blends retro and modern nicely. You get a single round gauge with a digital insert showing speed, trip, fuel, and gear indicator. There's no massive touchscreen or flashy tech, and that's perfect for this bike's personality. It keeps the focus on riding. In terms of specs, the 2026 Harley Davidson Sprint offers engine 500cc air and oil-cooled parallel twin power, 48 to 50 HP torque, approximately 45 N transmission, 6-speed manual weight, 180 to 190 kilograms front suspension, telescopic forks rear suspension, twin shocks front brake, single disc with dual piston caliper, ABS, rear brake, single disc ABS seat height, approximately 31 inches fuel capacity. 13 liters fuel efficiency is another plus here. The Sprint can deliver around 25 to 28 kilometers per L, which makes it a practical bike to run daily or take out for weekend fun without worrying too much about fuel stops. One of the coolest things about the Sprint is who it's aimed at. This isn't just for veteran Harley fans, it's also for younger riders who want Harley character without the big weight. Big price or big intimidation factor? It's perfect for city riding, short trips, and light weekend touring. On the performance side, it's smooth, easy to handle, and predictable. In corners, it stays planted and composed. It's not built for extreme lean angles, but it gives you enough feedback to enjoy spirited rides. On highways, it cruises happily at 100 to 110 kilometers per hour without strain. Harley has kept customization in mind, too. The Sprint will have an accessory catalog with optional seat designs, exhaust upgrades, and retro paint schemes. That's a big part of the Harley culture, making the bike your own. Overall, the 2026 Harley Davidson Sprint is a refreshing addition to Harley's lineup. It's not about massive power or long-distance luxury. It's about pure riding, fun, classic style, and everyday usability. It brings back a historic name in a way that feels authentic, yet relevant to today's riders. Expected price for the 2026 Harley Davidson Sprint will start around $8,500 to $9,000, depending on market and options, for a Harley that delivers classic design, solid performance, and manageable weight. That's a tempting entry point. So what do you think? Does the new Sprint capture the old-school magic, or should Harley have left the name in the past? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next ride here on Furious Cars.